Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, let's discuss methods of essay development or patterns of essay development. Patterns of development help us sort out information and shape paragraphs or essays. They can help us organize and outline, or depending on the purpose, they can determine the form that paper will take. Remember that most paper will use a combination of methods working together in function of each other. So the first one is descriptive paragraph or descriptive essay or description, that is known as a spatial sequence. So that can be objective or subjective description, person, place or thing. Okay, so see here, when you describe someone or something, you give your readers a picture in words. The whole picture is given in the mind of the reader. To make the word picture as vivid or clear and real as possible, you must observe and record specific details that appeal to your reader's senses. 5 senses are there, like smell, touch, taste, hearing and sight. More than any other type of an essay, a paper that emphasizes description needs sharp, colorful details. For example, 2 examples are given here. The Indian river has a special beauty. Okay, so when you talk about a special beauty and you will give a detailed description, so it will be in the mind of the readers, the image will be created in the mind of the readers. My room is a special place. How it is a special, that you will also describe here. Second pattern is narration or narrative essay. Okay, write, relates a story or anecdote. Okay, so it is related to the story that you say in your daily life. Like children beg to hear a beloved story read again and again. Over dinner, tried adults tell each other about their day. A restless class is hushed when a teacher says, "Let me tell you something strange that happened to me once." So once a teacher is going to tell any kind of story to the students, they really pay great attention. Okay, so stories are always told in the class, outside and at other places. Whatever our age, we never outgrow our hunger for stories. Just as our ancestors entertained and instructed each other with tales of great hunts and battles, of angry gods and foolish humans, we still love to share our lives and learn about others through storytelling. Okay, so in narrative we share the stories. Like 2 examples are given here. I will never forget my first day of college. So the writer is supposed to write all the events in a shape of story that made his first day of college unforgettable. Second one is getting my driver's license was a frustrating experience. How it was a frustrating experience, the writer is going to share all his examples or experiences. Third pattern is example or exemplification, that is a generalization. So generalization supported by examples. In our daily conversations, we often provide examples, details particulars and specific instances to explain statements that we make. Here are two examples. Means these are general statements, thesis statements, or if it is a paragraph, these are two topics, general topic sentences which are supposed to be supported by examples. Florida has several unique attractions. So his focus will be on those unique attractions. My friend has irritating habits. How or what kind of irritating habits he has, so the writer is supposed to explain. Okay. And the fourth one is a process analysis. Even the word itself shows a process. Means there are some instructions that need to be given in order to accomplish something. Okay. Every day we perform many activities that are processes, that is a series of steps carried out in a definite order. Many of these processes are familiar and automatic. Okay. For example, building a campfire requires 3 basic steps. So, it is very clear that the writer is going to write those 3 basic steps, first, second and third one. Another example is baking a cake from scratch is a complex process. It is a complex process. How it is a complex process? The writer is going to write in detail. Okay. Now, the fifth one is cause and or effect. Topic was caused by or topic resulted in. Okay. There are why questions, why questions. For example, what made you quite a well paying job? Means WH questions are there. Why are horror movies so popular? Why has Ben acted so depressed lately? Why did our team fail to make the league playoffs? Okay. Every day we ask questions like these and look for answers. We realize that many actions do not occur without causes, and we realize also that a given action can have a series of effects, good or bad. By examining the causes or effects of an action, we seek to understand and explain things that happen in our lives. For example, a series of events undermined President Clinton's reputation. Watching cartoons has a negative effect on children. Okay. Now, the next one is cause, comparison and or contrast. One item or topic compared, similarities. We always compare. When we compare the similarities. When we contrast the differences. Okay. So, comparison and contrast are two thought processes we go through constantly in everyday life. In our daily life, every day we go through this. When we compare two things, we show how they are similar, as I already told you, and as we contrast two things, we always show how they are different. Okay. So, we may compare or contrast two brand name products, for example, Pepsi and Coca-Cola, two television shows, two cars, two teachers, two jobs, two friends, two possible solutions to a problem we are facing. The purpose of comparing or contrasting is to understand each of two things more clearly and at times to make judgments about them. Okay. Uh, like here, two examples are given here. Life is often likened to a voyage. So, here there is a comparison, life with a voyage. Voyage actually is a journey in the sea. Ice skating differs from roller skating. So, ice skating and roller skating, there is a contrast between them. Okay. Now, the next pattern is definition. Basic topic belongs to a class. Okay. In talking with other people, we sometimes offer informal definitions to explain just what we mean by a particular term. Suppose, for example, we say to a friend, Larry is really an inconsiderate person. We might then explain what we mean by inconsiderate by saying, he borrowed my accounting book overnight but did not return it for a week, and when I got it back, it was covered with coffee stains. In a written definition, we make clear in a more complete and formal way our own personal understanding of a term. Such a definition typically starts with one meaning of a term. The meaning is then illustrated with a series of details. Okay. Two examples are also given here. New Gingrich, a senator, is a conservative. So, it is a definition of that senator. Okay. How it is a conservative, you will write in detail with examples. Good manners is the art of making people feel at ease. Another kind of definition is given here. And number 8 is division or classification. Topic is broken into distinct categories. Okay. So, when, for example, when you return home from your weekly trip to a supermarket with 5 bags packed with your purchases, how do you sort out them? You might separate food items from non-food items like toothpaste, paper towel and detergent, or you might divide and classify the items into groups intended for the freezer compartment, the refrigerator and the kitchen cupboards. You might even put the items into groups like to be used tonight, to be used soon, to be used last. Sorting supermarket items in such a way is like a simple example of how we spend a great deal of our time organizing our environment in one manner or in other. Okay. The United States government has 3 major branches. So, United States government, and then it has 3 distinct categories: branch A, branch B, branch C. Similarly, the flags used during a NASCAR race convey different messages. Okay. So, car race, and then different flags are used there, and every flag has a different message. So, there is a division or classification of that one. Ninth one is persuasion or argument. Topic is defended or recommended. Okay. So, whatever you say, your statement, you are supposed to give a solid argument, so that whatever you want to do, the reader will follow your instructions or your directions. College tuition should be waived for those who maintain a average. Sorry. So, so this is your argument, and you will support it with this with the solid argument, so that the college administration will do the same thing. There should be a national law against texting while driving. So, this is your recommendation. You will support it with the specific or solid one. The 10th one is analysis. Topic constituent part, means it is a part of the main topic. For example, here the topic is economy, Florida's economy. So, tourism and agriculture are both essential elements of Florida's economy. So, they are constituent part of that Florida's economy. The president's 4 recommendations might be effective for lowering taxes. If you want to lower the taxes, these 4 recommendations are given there. Okay. So, with this, thank you very much.